Good morning. So here we are on Friday the 24th of February 2023 and all three cars are here, including a lovely little half koozie coupe that we found by the bins and have temporarily adopted. We are due to set off any minute. We've just done the quick toilet run. I think we may have to stop for petrol and then we will be well on our way. So let's see where we end up.
Before all that, let me familiarise you with the cars we've selected. This is our 2003 Seat Rosa S, loaded with electric windows, a great aftermarket stereo, a heater that would embarrass the sun, and the world's most over-engineered cup holders, bought for £950. Matt and Caz's 2008 Daihatsu Sirion. It has a 3-cylinder Toyota engine and 70 horsepower, making it the most powerful of the three cars, and also the most practical with the largest boot, 5 seats and 6 cup holders. Yes, 6 cup holders. Bought for £900. And finally we have Louise and Joe's 2001 Smart 4.2, the smallest car here in all aspects with a 650cc turbo engine and a tiny fuel tank. This, like the Daihatsu, was bought for £900. Here we have 3 1-litre cars mainly aimed at city use, finding themselves with one goal: complete 1,000 miles in 3 days, all whilst raising money for the Crohn and Colitis UK charity.
Good morning from Asda in Eastleigh. We are literally just setting off. As I speak, everybody is pulling away and I am on camera duty. Follow us on social media and all of the links and everything you'll find in the video description or on the link tree which is in the bio on Instagram, and follow us on the journey. We're very excited but also quite nervous. See you in a bit.
Right, well then, here we are, 3.5 miles since setting off, and so far things are going well. Apart from the fact we're on the M3, which is very boring and slow at the minute at 50 miles an hour. But first impressions of the car, obviously we've had it for a little while now, we've gotten to know it, and it's doing pretty well at the minute. It's nice and comfy, the heat is great, as we've said already in previous videos. And I'm nice and warm in my orange hoodie. And we have radios to keep in contact with each other.
Yes, and somebody's, I don't know whose it is, just keeps tuning in, is it Matt? Keeps tuning in and giving us nothing but
static.
Yeah, but some noise. At least we know they're still there.
Yeah. I also am slightly worried about the Smart and its gearbox.
Well, there's a nice little hill coming up in a minute. Let's see how it does with that.
It doesn't cope well with hills.
No. How are you feeling in terms of nerves and stuff this morning?
Mixed.
Mixed. I think everybody's feeling nervous.
I'm excited, but also very nervous, and unfortunately, because of obviously certain things, which is one of the reasons why we are doing this road trip, it's not a good mix, should we say, in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm sure by lunchtime I'll probably be okay.
Yeah.
But right now it's a bit like, oh, we're heading off out.
And the reason, I'm not being mean, but the reason that Jake's doing the driving...
It's a Lupo! It's like this and it's the same colour!
That's not this car.
No!
Almost in a Rosa coming past.
Mocking words of a man. We got a thumbs up then.
Yeah, the reason, I'm not being mean to Jake, the reason he's doing the first leg of this drive is so that should he need to stop, he's obviously more in control of when to stop and where to stop, and I will do my fair share later on in the day. So,
totally fair.
I'm quite happy at the moment.
It's about, what, 400 miles we've got to cover today? It's currently about 11:45-ish.
Yeah.
So it's not exactly a really early start, but yeah, a lot of miles to cover in what is not basically a lot of time.
No, but I think at the minute it doesn't seem like we're going to get very far, or like we're going to achieve it particularly early on in the day, but actually by the time we've kind of broken away from the motorways, we're still kind of in that slightly post-rush hour kind of time. People are still on the road, that kind of thing. It's a Friday, some people have Fridays off work, it's, you know, more people move about on a Friday morning, and I think as we get through the course of the day, people will either have got to where they need to be or they won't be going anywhere, so we can kind of have a bit more freedom on the roads.
So we are off and on the way. We are on the M3 at the moment, heading towards the A34, ready to go up to the M4 and across into Wales. Everything's great and hunky-dory in the Daihatsu. We're sipping fuel at a very slow rate, which is great news. Caz is at the wheel. How's it going so far, Caz?
Alright, nice and smooth.
Excellent. We're playing bingo as well, so we're looking for interesting things, and as the passenger I've got a camera ready to snap interesting things we see on the way, so that's all good. Yeah, looking forward to seeing how we do. Luckily no one's broken down yet, but we've only done 3 miles, so there's plenty of scope yet. Let's just enjoy the scenery. Not raining, so all good.
Not much scenery there, is it?
There isn't much scenery on the M3 here, no. Especially as we're in roadworks and they're installing barriers.
We left Asda and set off up the M3, where we encountered a lot of traffic, which set us back a little bit around Winchester, which began to cause a bit of a problem for one of the cars. Quick update then, we've just stopped at Tot Hill Services, or turn video, kill the radio star off. Just stopped at Tot Hill Services near to Newbury. Just had to have a quick pee stop, and actually I think Louise and Joe with their smart car had to stop and just let it cool down a bit, really.
They also wanted to see if they can find a cup holder, because I think despite the fact Matt and Caz have got 6, we've got 2 in
and
here,
they fold out very
which
fast.
do fold out lovely, but they are slightly useless for our water bottles because they don't fit. So they try to find a clip-on cup holder or a mounted cup holder, and with no success. Another turn of events, shall we say, is
minor challenge.
Yeah, we've lost Matt and Caz
Completely. We have no idea where they are.
We've tried to keep in contact with each other, obviously via the radios and via Facebook, if we've lost range with people due to traffic and stuff. And they missed the message that we were making a quick stop, and now we have no idea where they are.
We know they're ahead somewhere.
Yeah,
we just
they're
don't
up
know
ahead
where.
somewhere, but we'll have to obviously see if we can find them en route, let's say that.
Eventually we caught back up to the Daihatsu at Cheveley Services, and we were reunited once more. But whilst we were stopped, it wasn't long until the next issue arose.
Quick situation update for you. We're not on the M4. We should be on the M4. There's an accident on the M4. So we're diverting up through Swindon, Cirencester, to cut across onto the Cheltenham, take us into Wales that way. Not ideal, but that's what we're doing. But hey, the sun's shining. We're currently in a sandwich of cars. We've got the Smart in front, we've got Jake in there, Jake and Genevieve behind in the sail. Probably not the best place to be. There is a bit of a smell coming from the Smart, if I'm honest. And I'm not convinced that everything on the screen here is drizzle. I think there's a bit of other fluids coming onto the screen. So yeah, exactly. But we're going okay. We're maintaining a steady 65 to 70 on the dual carriageway, so it's good for now. We are making progress. We're way behind time now, so we're probably an hour and a half at least behind where we wanted to be. That's okay. We didn't leave enough in the day that we would get there in enough time, so we were aiming to get to the hotel for about 6:30 this evening. It's more likely to be between 8 and 9, I would have thought, but hey, that's what happens, isn't it? You're more flexible up front. But as I said, the sun's shining, about to get the sunglasses out, and we're cruising along on the dual carriageway, so keep posted.
Soon we hit Birdlip and the typical Friday traffic that comes with it. This is the Air Balloon Pub, a landmark of the A417, but before the invention of the motor car, It provided a suitable resting place for weary travellers and horses alike as they travelled up the steep hills. The pub was opened in 1784 and, whilst not confirmed, it was likely named after one of the first British balloon flights which took off from Berkeley Castle, Gloucestershire in September of the same year.
Matt and Caz are living out their final destination nightmare. Oh no, they've been overtaken. They are saved from the logs.
As of February 2023, it has recently been closed to make way for a new junction to reduce congestion.
Very close to Wales, a slightly different route than we were originally planning on going, but we're still getting there. You know, it's very picturesque, but perhaps not the picturesque that we were quite planning on. However, we have been driving for 135 miles-ish. We've done quite well, but we are massively behind due to traffic, where we were originally going to be sort of at with the schedule for today. And we have also been for about 40 miles without the smart car. No idea where it's gone.
Can't keep in contact.
No, we have no contact with anybody anymore. They're obviously too far away that we can't radio them. And we haven't had any updates on Facebook groups or anything like that, so no idea. But we do have Matt and Caz in front of us.
Nice to change from earlier on in the day.
Yeah, so we found them and lost the others. Yeah, I think we're going to stop at some point for lunch at about 3 o'clock in Wales, more to do a changeover probably. I think Caz drove the first little bit of of the trip, not particularly far, maybe 50 miles. And then Matt's taken over and he's done the big stint now, and obviously Jake's been driving right from this morning. I haven't done anything yet.
As far as we know, Louise is still in the smart.
Yeah, Louise is, as far as we know, still driving in the smart. But
because we haven't seen them for 40 miles, we have no idea.
Yeah. They might be, you know, chilling out having a nice pub lunch somewhere because they've got their good ones. But yeah, so we're hopefully all heading to the same place, and we'll do a little bit of a swap over, a little bit of a catch up, very brief, and then head back on the way to our hotel stop in just outside Penrith. Is that right?
It's Carlisle, really.
Carlisle, Penrith. That
And general area. Matt's booked it, so we have no idea.
Yeah, as long as we don't lose Matt again, we'll be fine.
It wasn't long before we were off the monotonous motorways and dual carriageways and into the rolling hills and mountains of Wales, headed for our lunch stop.
Right, we are 145 miles into our trip. Snapping lots of pictures on the way, doing our bingo, so that's good. We've got some lovely roads going on at the moment because we're heading into Wales from Herefordshire. Not where we plan to be at all, but we're not going to complain. We're about an hour and a half behind schedule, doesn't really matter. We're getting along great in the cars, although the Smart has gone ahead because we got stuck at some traffic lights. We don't know where the Smart is, it could be on the side of the road for all we know. But it doesn't matter, they're making their way. We are in touch with each other, passengers are talking to each other, so that's good. I've got Jake and Jenny behind, they're doing okay by the looks of it as well. Yeah, it's just lovely driving through these wonderful mid-county roads. Really enjoying it so far. So yeah, let's give you an update when we get to Llandrindod, Wales. We are about 30 minutes away, something like that. That's our next stop point, and we'll catch up there.
made it to our lunch spot here in Llandrindod, Welsh. I've probably butchered that, my Welsh is not very good. But the 3 cars, as you can see, have made it. Got a little logo in the side, or sign saying exactly what we're doing. The Ciron's made it, and the Smart's made it. And here is everyone.
You've got to make up, was it 17 miles?
Yeah, we'll make that up during the next 2 days, don't worry about that.
We're planning.
We're planning, yeah, we're about 13, 15, something like that, miles under 1,000 at the minute.
I'm sure I can go the wrong direction.
Just go round and roundabout a few times.
But yeah,
Going on the coast.
all planning, it has been fun. It's been a very pretty route through Wales so far. The motorway bit was quite boring though.
It was a little bit dull.
This is an important sign for a long road trip.
It's going to roll in.
Oh look, some not quite airborne beasts. It's very picturesque here. This was a good spot for a lunch stop. Shame we can't spend longer here really, isn't it? So, first toilet stop since we actually left. And toilets here, not really that good to be honest.
The sink was falling off in the ladies, just let me know.
There we go, sink falling off in the ladies. In the men's there were no urinals, there was only one working toilet, and even then it didn't have a lock on the door.
Oh, help. Long
Yeah, so if you're peeing, not too bad. Anything else? Oh no. On top of that, the hand dryer doesn't work either and there's no towels. So yeah, lowest toilet so far, but then it is a 50% success rate, I guess. We'll see how the rest of them are. We have a man's support. Yeah, what we're going to be doing now is just to turn around, we're going to drive around the lake. It looks very, very nice indeed. And I've got this camera set up as well. I guess we're not going around the lake because it doesn't actually go this way.
The many benefits of it.
Well, that was a nice little stop down by the lake here in Llandrindod, Welsh. And I think now we're off to Tesco just to go and get some petrol. We seem to be okay, but I think because the Smart's got a smaller fuel tank than all the other cars here, it's the one suffering the most with usage of petrol. But
They're doing okay though, I think they've got a third of a tank left. But
oh yeah,
they just want to make sure that
they can actually make
got
it
enough.
to the next wherever it might be that we fill up. Old dealership there, Hillman, Humber, Pritchard and Sons. Oh, I like that. It's now a servicing centre. See the Smart yet? No. Still no. In fact, the Smart was closer than we thought.
bendy bend. We've caught them up. Oh, no. 300 again.
scenery.
You're in the bendy bends.
I will admit they're quite fun. Oh no, but as a passenger.
It does feel like we're going around in a double-decker bus though.
The roads in Wales were gorgeous and broke up the motorway driving massively, and as evening descended we crossed the border back into England, and then back into Wales again, and then finally back into England for the last time that day, and with less than 3 hours to go of more motorway miles until our overnight stop in Carlisle, we had a bit of time to reflect on the first day of the trip. We felt that the three cars had done well. They'd been on the road almost constantly for 10 hours with no major issues at all. Not really bad going then for the first day of our 1,000-mile road trip.